you. What a beautiful audience you all are. Thanks so much for having us. I'm having a blast. So this has been an amazing year so far for me. My wife and I have just had our second kid. We've got 2 kids now, which has been interesting. Anyone who has kids knows that when you have kids, they make things a little more hectic, right? There's a hassle when you have kids, and even going to the doctor can be a big deal. We took our kids to the pediatrician the other day, and the doctor keeps saying, you know your kids are just dogs, and you're gonna have to start taking them to the veterinarian. She's got like a real attitude. We're this close to going somewhere else. But no, it's been a lot, and you know, a lot of times people say, like, when you have your first kid, right, you're like so careful, you want to do everything right, you want to make sure you're alert and aware, and then by the time you have the second kid, the rules are a little relaxed, right? You guys know about this or agree with this? And it's the same for dogs, I'll tell you. Our first dog, we were very great parents. We got his DNA tested so we know what breed he was, and we could figure out what, food to give him based on his breed. And we only fed him organic chicken and kale. That's the truth. This is the true story. By the time we got our second dog, instead of organic chicken and kale, we give them whatever kibbles on sale. And we decided to let this second dog be whatever breed she identifies as. I think that's important. What else? It's also been a big year for me financially. Big things going on in the bank account. Yes, just last summer, my dad loaned us about $10,000. And then just last month, he was diagnosed with dementia. So we are debt-free, you guys. I gotta tell you, it is a load off. And listen, I don't want you to think I'm cruel. I'm not. I did the research. You know, you're not supposed to actually ask someone with Alzheimer's about the past. Right? So what kind of monster would I be? I brought up this whole money issue from months ago. No, keeping his money in silence, it's the right thing to do. It is. But this year is not going great for me in terms of my fitness and health. I'm getting older. I actually just turned 44. And thank you. Sometimes when I say that, nicer audiences say, no way, you're not that old. And it's fine. I'm sure it was coming. But it's true, I've heard that, like, no way, you don't look that old. And I can say, I don't know if anyone's here heard of black don't crack. You heard them say? Yeah. And it's true, black does not crack, but it does go gray and get fat, so I do have a couple of things to worry about. And I knew that I needed to do something about my weight because I was actually a victim of online bullying. I was. This is serious, you guys. I don't know if this has happened to anyone that you know or care about, but you know when you go to the doctor and when you leave the doctor you can log on to your patient portal and it'll tell you like what your medications are, what your diagnoses are. Well, I went and got a B12 shot, got home, logged on to the patient portal, and it said, patient presents as obese, which, number one, rude. Number two, if that's not online bullying, I'm not sure what is. And number three, I didn't even go there for that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that seems beyond the scope of what we were there for. It's like if I went to the pap smear, to get a pap smear, and the doctor was like, you should floss more often. Like, are we in the same visit, Doc? So I know, like I said, I know I'm getting older. I know I need to be more healthier, eat better, get a little more active. But my issue is, it doesn't seem dire. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem like an emergency, like something I need to address this minute. So I'm the kind of person that watches like those What the Health documentaries on Netflix, but I'm like eating the thing that they're talking about on the show. Like, Jesus, have that much sodium? That can't be good. But I don't want you guys to think I'm not trying. I am. I actually just joined Weight Watchers the other day. I did. Anyone hear of this? Weight Watchers, yeah. And I'm waiting. I'm watching. works for Oprah. I don't know. And you know, a lot of people, like I said, I'm getting older and I work around a lot of young people, which can be strange. And a lot of people are saying, you know, millennials and they don't know anything, but I gotta tell you, I love the millennials. And specifically, I'll let you all in on a little known fact about me. My favorite group of people are young white girls. And I don't mean that in a creepy Harvey Weinstein kind of way. I just mean that young white girls are like so down for the cause, and they reframe issues in ways that give you no choice but to feel good about yourself, right? So anytime I'm talking to a young white girl about wanting to lose weight, someone named Callie invariably is like, you know, Shana, weight is just a social construct designed by the man to oppress the people. I'm like, you know what, Callie? You're right. I like that. So I try to surround myself with young white girls, but I have to be very careful. I can only do that, and I can only deal with weekday whites. Hear me out. I can only do the young white girl thing on the weekdays. I don't know if anyone here knows what I'm talking about, but we're in the weekend, and if you know any young white girls during the weekend, you know that by 8 a.m. on Saturday morning, they've got a picture of themselves at the finish line of the marathon that they just ran. Right? Basically, young white girls are like the army. They do more before 9 a.m. than I do the entire weekend. And they've always got themselves at like some Save the Panda run, or glow in the dark run, or swim in the mud and get struck by lightning run. Do you guys know anything about this? All right, it's a crazy phenomenon, but I noticed in any of these pictures, I don't notice a lot of black people. So I did the research, you guys, don't worry, I looked into it for you. And it turns out the reason not a lot of black people run those marathons today is because we actually invented the marathon. I don't know if you guys know about this. We did, black people invented the marathon. In fact, the first marathon was called Escape from Slavery. Yes. It was. And we had some really cool themes too, like, is that the North Star? Damn, these chains are heavy. I mean, I'm sorry, did I make someone here uncomfortable? I don't want to do that. But think about it, what is it, the Ironman, where you like swim for 20 miles and then bike for something miles and then hike, I don't know what it is. I mean, doesn't that sound like something you do when you're trying to escape captivity? But yeah, so I'm in a quest to work on myself. Like I said, some good things happening, some things I still need to work on. And there's all this pressure, right? To look younger and to just be overall look younger, whether or not we are or not. And I actually got some work done recently. I don't know if anyone here can tell. I got a womb tuck. It's actually called a hysterectomy, but that just sounds so clinical. Do you know what I mean? But I got the idea from that Marie Kondo lady on Netflix. You guys know about her? And she helps people who have too much clutter, right? And I think it's something like, if you are carrying something and it no longer brings you joy, then you should let it go. And I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, I let it go, and I have not looked back since. All right, David, you've been an amazing crowd. Please give it up.